storm in my brain and it's swirling around like tsunami rains, as dark as campaigns that get us to believe in a false concept of race. Dark like the skin of Jesus in Nefertiti, dark like the beauty of African queens, dark like not seeing that every woman is a queen, dark like all those little white lies that my teachers told me, dark like the contradiction of the very word itself. Dark like when white and male are set in succession, it has no negative transgressions. But the inverse does not hold true, for we would all leave someone black and blue if they ever blackmailed you. Dark like historically when the European elite isolated their societies from people with dark skin, they plunged their countries into centuries of ignorance we now know as the Dark Ages. Like I said, dark like the contradiction of the word itself, dark like my mood when you tell me that Dr. King freed the slaves in the 1960s, dark like my thought process. Are these youth trying to be metaphorically deep, or have we as elders failed to teach them their history? Dark like my emotions when I'm tying my muffler to the back of my car with a shoelace and people say, "Hey, yo, Tom, you sure you ain't black?" Dark like schools of sharks following slave ships. Dark like mothers being hung by their feet. Dark like fathers being tied up and forced to watch on their knees. Dark like the womb cut open for all to see. Dark like the fetus that spills to the ground. Dark like the boot stomping new life into the ground. Dark like the fear instilled into all those who are watching. Dark like 500 years later, that fear's still there. Dark like these torture tactics are still in practice in Sierra Leone, Darfur, and places where they're still enslaving people who are dark like blood diamonds before they're cleaned. Dark like we know they're blood diamonds, but still we be buying them. Dark like 1 in 6 women are the victim of sexual assault. Dark like those statistics are much worse, that only takes into account those who report. Dark like only 50% of minorities are graduating from high school. Dark like when we say minorities, that's just a politically correct way of saying people who are dark like the night the FBI shot Fred Hampton 65 plus times while he slept in a room that was dark. Like that many bullets means that we're reloading and then exploding and then reloading and then exploding. Dark like being taught to stay out of the sun so you don't get dark. Like different forms of hate passed on from generation to generation. Dark like the contradiction of the word itself. Dark like without it, you couldn't see the constellations. Dark like India, dark like Australia, dark like Africa, dark everything like Lupe Fiasco's dreams, dark beautiful like Q and you, because you'd never find Q without her friend you, so let's have the same be true for dark and beautiful. I don't ever want to see dark without beautiful associations again, because maybe then when I say dark you'll think beautiful, and when I say dark you'll think beautiful, and when I say dark you'll think beautiful. And maybe then we won't have any more contradictions of the word itself, because you see, to me, I believe dark is beautiful.